One route to London which has proved popular with wealthy Russians has been closed off. The issuing of Tier 1 investor visas has been suspended, according to multiple media reports citing the British Immigration Minister, Caroline Nokes. The visas, which have become known as golden visas, for the opportunity they offer to the very wealthy, required that the applicant have at least £2 million ($2.55 million) to invest. At £1,623 ($2,070), the application fee alone would add a hefty chunk to many people's travel budgets, but the super rich would also have the option of a super premium service, according to the UK Home Office website. That entails a one-off fee of £10,500 plus £2,233 for each person applying. That's $16,240 for the investor seeking a speedy service. Russian 501,000 denomination ruble banknotes sit in the cashier's tray in London, UK. Photographer, Chris Ratcliffe. Bloomberg. Copyright 2018 Bloomberg Finance LP. It was designed as an opportunity for the world's wealthy, including those who made their money in the chaotic but lucrative business climate of post-Soviet Russia, to invest in the UK. Not all of the money that made its way to London in recent years has done so legally. The UK's National Crime Agency assesses that many hundreds of billions of pounds of international criminal money is laundered through UK banks, including their subsidiaries, each year. The agency further warns that the scale of the laundering of criminal proceeds is a therefore strategic threat to the UK's economy and reputation. This is what has prompted the change. The UK will always be open to legitimate and genuine investors who are committed to helping our economy and businesses grow, Ms. Nokes was quoted as saying by The Independent. However, I have been clear that we will not tolerate people who do not play by the rules and seek to abuse the system. Given the sums needed to qualify, the numbers of visas issued were few, but The Times in London quoted UK Home Office figures saying that, in the year to September 2018, 38 had been granted to applicants from Russia. The rich Russians who have made London their home, or at least made it one of the places where they own a home, have generally kept a low profile. There have been times, however, when the presence in the UK of some of them has been politically complicated. Boris Berezovsky, a wealthy businessman and Kremlin kingmaker, he was a strong supporter of the current Russian president, Vladimir Putin, during Mr. Putin's rise to the top of Russian politics, fled to the UK after falling out of favor in Moscow. In 2003, the Observer newspaper even described him as Moscow's most wanted man. Mr. Berezovsky always insisted that the fraud charges against him were politically motivated. Before his death in 2013, Russia had long sought Mr. Berezovsky's extradition. The Kremlin was frustrated by a court ruling which permitted him to stay in the UK. Political tension between Moscow and London has only worsened this year with the poisoning in the English town of Salisbury of the former Russian military intelligence officer, Sergei Skripal, and his daughter, Yulia. The poor state of Russia's relations with Britain means that golden visas had already lost a lot of their shine. Any wealthy Russian valuing good relations with the Kremlin would already have become wary of the way investing millions in London might have looked politically. Changes in the law both in Russia and the UK also seemed to have had an effect. In October, the Financial Times reported on an apparently dramatic drop in Russian demand for high-end property in London. That is not the only sector of the economy of the UK capital which has benefited in recent years from the influx of Russian funds. Luxury retailers, immigration lawyers, elite fee-paying schools, and even public relations companies have all profited.